Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here.
Today I'm making some beautiful dangling rose earrings. They were one of the prototypes for my 10-day wire earrings to make and sell challenge. I'll link up the playlist of tutorials for the challenge in the description below this video. We are going to need 20 gauge artistic wire, flush cutters, flat pliers, round pliers, and the Beadle-On bail making pliers. We'll start with about 10 to 12 inches of the 20 gauge wire, and I'm just going to fold it in half with my precision round nose pliers to make a tiny little loop. And then what we want to do is bend back one of the wires so they're going the same direction. And we're going to curve it around that initial loop. So to make the rose, you need to pull the wires around. We're going underneath as we go. So we're going to pull one of them around in a curve and then bring the other one around underneath that wire. And then grab the other wire. Make sure you're holding it securely in the middle and bring it underneath. That's the key to making the roses, is you curve the wires around a little bit at a time and then bring one wire underneath the other. And they don't have to be perfect. You can do it quite loosely so it has a nice flow to it. I've done this before also with twisted wire and also by curving the wires first. So these are going to be quite simple. We're going to compare them to make sure they're the right size, and then we're going to bend the wire around and get our looping pliers or the bail making pliers to make our loop at the top. So we're going to make that little loop and then hold it with the flat pliers and bring the wire around a couple of times, and then we want to finish it at the back of the rose. From there we're going to flip it around and we want to bend the wire straight down the back. So hold it and push it straight down so it goes down the center back of the rose. Make sure it's straight, and then from there we're going to bend it at a right angle underneath the rose. So just bend it out. If you're making a pair of earrings, bend them at the same distance. You can measure that distance if you want. And get the bail making pliers and bring the wire around to make a closed loop. Now to keep it simple, I just cut that wire flush rather than winding it around. And then we're going to press in that little pokey end with the tweezer nose pliers, or you could use any flat pliers. And then we're going to bring the wire around. Just bring it right around and then twist it to the back around that loop to finish it off. And then we're going to clip that flush. Just get that end off and then use the tweezer nose pliers just to make sure the little end is pushed in. There's no little scratchy end. And that's the basic form for the dangling rose. And then to make the dangle, you can take about an inch of 20 gauge artistic wire. You could also use a head pin or make your own head pin like I did in the 10-day challenge. So this is just a simple little centered loop on the end of the 1-inch wire. So make sure that loop is closed, and then I'm just going to put a single crystal on there. Keep it super simple. And then you want to cut the wire to 3/8 to 1/2 inch. And then take the bail making pliers and bend the wire out and around to make a centered loop. So now we're going to hook it onto the lower loop of the rose, close it up with the tweezer nose pliers, and we have our little dangle there. Now to make the hooks, you can use a hypoallergenic wire. Line up the ends. use the bail making pliers and twist the loops at the same time with both wires at the same time. Then use a larger part of the bail making pliers and make the hook part. Push it in with your fingers around the pliers. And then we're going to have to do a teeny little bend in the hooks, line up the ends, and just give a tiny little jog on there. And after that, you're going to file the ends so they're smooth. And there's your beautiful dangling rose earrings.
So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.